more minutes. I hope everyone has been, like I said, keeping safe, keeping busy, staying healthy, staying out of these streets because the Rona is running rampant. Drop questions. I have, of course, bullet points. It wouldn't be me if I didn't plan it out about everything I want to talk about, but I will also take questions that you guys want to answer. I have about an hour. I do have a call at 7. Thanks for joining. Drop any questions that you may have about websites. Hey y'all, trying to wave at everybody. Drop any questions that you might have about websites in the comments. Like I said, I'm sororing. I see a couple sorors jumping on. Sororing super hard right now. Hey Carrie, hey girl. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and let the other people catch up. So first, I just want to say I started doing my consulting, my business development, really as a way to help empower and help other small businesses get started. I'm really passionate about that. It's really not a money grab for me. I'm about to give away a lot of free tips that a lot of my peers or other people who probably do what I do will probably cringe at. But it's truly like if you start something and it's really about helping people, then help people. You know, you don't want to, everything should not have to be paid for. You know, I do believe in, knowing your worth and, demanding what you're worth. But at the same time, it's good to help people. It's always good to help people. I feel like I'm a little shiny. Am I shiny, y'all? Do I need to adjust the light? I just did my little night routine because I just left the gym, so I might be a little shiny. But anywho, so yes, be a blessing, sis. Yes, ma'am. It's always a blessing to be a blessing. So what made me think about this topic is really I've reached out to people trying to collaborate with them. People have reached out to me wanting to collaborate. And my next question after, we introduce ourselves is, okay, well, let me see your website. And I am amazed at how many people don't actually have a website or any kind of collateral at all. And I'm like, how can I help your business? How can I support your business? How can I purchase from you? How can we collaborate if I don't have I don't know you. I have no way to check out your work, so, it just kind of, I don't understand it. So I felt like maybe people don't understand the importance of a website and why you need one. So I just wanted to, cover that briefly and then also cover a few best practices and things that I would recommend for your website and also give you some platforms to try out. So again, the first reason why you need a website is because you want to make it easy for your target market, your customers, your clients to support your business. If you are promoting a product, you're promoting a service, but you have no way for people to directly purchase from you. They got to DM you. They got to email you. People do not want to do all of that. I'm going to tell you right now, just very frankly. Nobody want to do that. Do you want to do it? When you see something you like or you see a business you want to support, do you want to have to DM them and wait for them to get back and cash at me and all of that? No, you don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. And then it just makes it hard on you as a business owner trying to keep track with orders. You're writing down stuff. Okay, what's your address? Cash out me here. You're just all over the place and you're disorganized. So the number one reason is you want to make it easy for your people or anyone interested in what you're selling to support you. And a website does that. You're able to list out all of your products, all of your services, accept payments, get everything, and it's streamlined and it's professional. So you want to be taken seriously. That brings me to my second point, which is credibility. Having a website definitely helps you to establish credibility because I don't really trust cash apping someone. Like, am I going to get my product? Are you really going to ship it to me? Like, what are you doing with my address? I don't know. That's just a little shady to me. So, and I feel like a lot of people have that same perception if you don't have a website for them to go to. So you definitely want it to help establish credibility. You can have all your services listed, all your products listed, all of these things where people can quickly, if you've promoted something on Instagram, I want to go straight to your site and be able to check out and purchase that ASAP. I don't want to have to dig through your site. Most people never make it off the homepage. Homepage is very important. You should have your offering there. You should make it very easy where people can find what they're looking for, check out, and move on. Just think about how you use websites and your experience with using websites. Do you sit there 30 minutes trying to find what you're looking for, or do you just move on? Most people move on. So again, it makes it easy for your clients, your target market, to support you, to purchase from you, to look into your services, know more about your offering, and it also establishes credibility. The third thing, as a business owner, and especially if you're just one person running a business, you need help. And like automation and streamlining your processes will help you with that. And most websites, if you've used a proper platform, a good platform, they will have a back office for you where someone places an order, it will send out automatic email confirmations, to where you don't have to sit up and type one-to-one emails to everybody. Hey, your order has been confirmed. Hey, your order has been shipped. Things like that is taken care of for you. You can build a client database and, actually have actual numbers and analytics saying what products are popular, which ones do you need to let go of, things like that. So it just helps you to operate more efficiently. You can ship directly from your back office or from USPS.com. That way, you're not writing on labels. That looks unprofessional. That looks bad. So you definitely want to have all of everything streamlined and as professional as possible as a small business owner. Again, having a website makes it easy for your customers to support you. Number one, it makes it easy for them to purchase from you if they're interested. Number two, it establishes credibility. And number three, it helps you to streamline your processes so that you don't have to try to do everything by hand. It's just inefficient and it's just not helpful to you. So what are some things that you need to think about, when creating a website? So the homepage, like I said, is very, very important. You definitely want to have, as soon as someone gets to your website, they need to understand who you are and what you do and how they can purchase from you. Those three things should be very apparent. I shouldn't have to search for those things. I should be able to quickly get to the product that I'm looking for, book the service that I'm looking for. It should not take me 20, 30 minutes to search through your site in order to find something you've promoted. So anytime I'm promoting something, or I recommend to my clients, if you have a special on something or you have something new, put it on your homepage, call it out so that what people see on social media or what you've emailed them, they can quickly get to and find. Okay? Hey y'all. Hey. Little quick wave break. I'm gonna try to wave at everybody real quick. Again, I might look a little greasy. I just did my little night face routine, so excuse me. Again, soror real hard, putting on for soror hairs, yes. Okay, so back to it. So if you're just joining, because I see a few people jumping on, again, the top 3 reasons why you need a website is, number one, it makes it easier for your customers to support you and to purchase from you whatever offer or product you have out there. Number 2, it establishes credibility. And number 3, it helps you as a business owner to streamline your processes. And when your processes are streamlined, then that also gives your customer a better experience. How many times have you purchased from a site and you're like, I'm never purchasing from them again? You checked out, you never got an email, you were uncertain if you were going to get your package. All of these things matter, okay? So again, your homepage matters. You want to have who you are, what you do, what you're selling there. Your navigation matters. These things, really, they all fall under search engine optimization. I don't know how familiar you guys are with search engine optimization, but it is very important and something that you have to consider when you're creating a website. Some people think it's as simple as, I'm gonna put it up and that's good. I don't need anything else. No. Search engine optimization is basically how search engines read your site, right? So when I go to Google and I type in a question, I'm searching for something, that question, Google is trying to answer that question. So you will see the first few sites that pop up, Google any question once you get off of here. Don't do it right now, stay on. But Google any question after this, and you will see those websites, the first few, more than likely answer your question in some way or another. So that's why search engine optimization is important. Google sends little bots that crawl your site. They're checking for certain things such as navigation, images, the words that you're using, and that's how they rank you. It's called page rank. So they rank you based on the content that's on your site. Okay, so I don't have all night because I can go all night talking about SEO, but look up, go to Moz.com, and then you can learn all about SEO and get some best practices and just, start to train your mind on the type of things that need to be included on your site. So the words you use on your site matters. Descriptions matter. All of those things matter because they contribute to your SEO, which contributes to your ranking in Google, okay? And the goal of having a website is for people to find you. Yes, it's cool for, your social media followers to find you. That's great, but what about somebody who just might be searching for something that you have, right? You want them to find you too. Like, you want to be constantly acquiring new customers and building your brand so that people understand who you are, and just building brand awareness. Okay, so Moz.com, that's how you can learn about SEO best practices and how you can learn how to improve your site. Keywords matter. You want to make sure you have the words, the proper wording, the proper verbiage on your site. All of those things matter, okay? Also, your navigation matters. There should not be any broken links on your site. When someone clicks on something on your site, it needs to work. Number one, it's a poor customer experience if they're clicking on links and they're not working. And number two, it lowers your page rank. It lowers your ranking in Google when you have broken links or improper links on your website. So if you have a website, I would say the first thing I would do is just make sure all the links are working and everything goes where it's supposed to go when someone clicks on it. Also, you want to have calls to action. Like, you want to have a website, you have your website up, cool, but you have to have calls to action. You can't just throw stuff on there and expect people to do what you want them to do, right? So if you're selling something, then you need to have words like buy now, purchase now, check out, real words that lead people to an action. If you want somebody to fill out a form on your page, if you want somebody to leave their information, you have to tell them that. You have to put calls to action on your website, and they should be on your homepage for sure, but also throughout your website as well. The images that you have on there, you cannot just go get no iPhone images, screenshots, and think that your website is going to perform well. Number one, it looks bad. It looks raggedy. We're not running raggedy. We want to present a button-up professional look. So you need to invest in photography. You need to invest in good quality pictures. And if you can't afford that, then look at stock photos. Look into getting some stock photos for your site until you can afford some good photography, because that matters as well. Google is looking at the images. The bots are looking at the images that's on your website as well. You want to have clear policies. You want to make sure people know and understand your shipping policy, your return policy, your refund policy, having a privacy policy. All of these things are important to your website. Number one, like I said, it establishes credibility, but also these are things that people are looking for on your site, and it helps. You don't want to get 50 emails from people, asking what questions or asking how long is shipping times, when can I expect my order. You don't want to have to deal with that. So one way to eliminate having a lot of additional questions is just having your policies clearly listed. And I'm not telling y'all something I read out of a book. Yes, it's in a book. I read it. This is my book. I've been trying to tell y'all this is the one to get. This is it. I have marked this book up. As you can see, I don't know, but I have marked this book up because I'm still learning every day. But I'm telling you, from experience, you don't want to have to answer 50 million questions from people. So if you can put an FAQ and have your policies clearly listed on there, that eliminates a lot of questions, and it just helps you as a business owner also establish credibility. Another tidbit, something I always like to try to include if possible, is customer reviews. This goes into social proofing. So social proofing is, if you see a good review, how much more likely are you to support a brand, right? I know when I go to Amazon and I'm getting ready to order something, the first place I go to is the reviews. And if the reviews are whack, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So reviews are important, especially when you're a new brand and people may not be as familiar with you. You do want to collect reviews regularly from your clients, and you want to put those on your website. You want to use those on your social media content. It just helps to build trust, and it helps to social proof your brand. The more other people buy into your brand and support your brand, they will advocate for you. They will tell other people about you. They will share your content. They will believe your content when you have built proper trust and you have and they see other people have used your services or bought your products and it's been a success for them. So always try to include customer reviews and big those up. On your website is not really the time to be humble, okay? You want to let everyone know what you're doing and why you're great at it. Let people know like why you stand out from another brand. There's nothing new under the sun. It's very hard to create something that somebody else isn't doing. That just really is not a thing. So therefore you have to, have a clearly defined target market and clearly define, what makes you different from another brand. Okay. So, also you want to make sure your website is mobile optimized. You ever try to use a website and when you get to it, you gotta like shrink it or try to make it bigger or and it just doesn't look good on the cell phone and it's hard for you to shop from it. So you definitely want to use a platform that either does it for you automatically or you're working with someone who can make sure your website is mobile friendly and optimized, because that makes a difference. Like people will bounce off of your website or not actually check out. Number one, because it looks shady when I go to a website on my phone and it's all jacked up. But number two, nobody want to work that hard to spend their money with you. The goal, again, I said this at the beginning, I'm going to say it again. The goal is to make it easy for people to support your brand. Make it easy for people to support your business. I'm not DMing you to spend my money with you. I'm not spending 30 minutes on your website to try to find, what I'm looking for to purchase from you. It should not be hard for people to spend their money with you, okay? Also, you want to, when you're putting your services and products on there, it's important for SEO, but it's also important just in general to like have the product listed or your service listed and also what the customer is getting or help them understand. So if you're selling a service, you want to build value into that service. Services are very hard to sell because number one, people don't want to invest in themselves. And I'm going to tell you right now, to make money, you got to spend some money, okay? Is that it should not be a big aha moment, but if it is, I'm here to tell you, like, you gotta spend some money to make money. You have to invest in your brand, right? So I know, that can be a deterrent for people, but you definitely have to invest money-wise and your time, okay? So I think I kind of got off my point. Oh, yeah. So if you want people to spend money with you, like the product needs to have the features and benefits, like the sizing, like I shouldn't have many questions about this product. The less questions people have, the more likely they're going to actually make it to checkout and complete their checkout. I can guarantee you if you got a lot of abandoned carts, it's probably because somebody didn't understand or didn't see the value in what you're offering them, okay? If you're offering a service, it's very, very important because like I said, services are hard to sell, so you definitely got to have the features and benefits of what they're gonna be getting by shopping with you, by choosing you. There are a million people that do what I do, that do what you do, but what stands out and what's different is how you present yourself and just you, like your actual personality, all of that needs to show through and shine through on your website. Don't try to be like someone else. You don't try to build your website exactly like somebody else, because at the end of the day, the customer is buying into you and your brand that you have built. So I'm going to go over those top 3 reasons why you need a website, and then I'm going to give you these platforms. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'm going to answer them before I hop off of here. But so if you are looking to start a store where you're selling a lot of products and it's really just products, like you're not really interested in selling anything else outside of products, then I would definitely say Shopify. Shopify is your friend. It is user friendly. It's not rocket science to set up. It can be complicated and hard, especially if you haven't done anything like this before. It can be hard, but Shopify would be a platform I would recommend for anybody. Even big companies are using more of these type of websites now because it just makes sense. They have all of the apps, all of the things that you need to help you get conversions. They send automatic emails from you. You can fulfill your orders right from their back office. And I'm an expert at Shopify. Like, I've been using it, I know like 6, 7, maybe 8 years or so. So that's something I do. I help people set up their Shopify website. It's one thing, anybody can go out and put something together, but it really, in order to have conversions and to get actual people checking out and purchasing from your site, you need to consider some of the things that I talked about earlier. You have to be strategic. You cannot just put something together. You need a logo. You need to have a custom domain. You need to have a professional email. Like, all of these things will help the performance of your site for several different reasons. So if you're more of a service-based or a mixture where you're doing products and maybe you have a blog, or maybe a blog is your focus, or you're a service-based business, or you are you're just not product focused, then I would recommend Squarespace. Again, it's user friendly. You can go in and set up your website on there. They have templates for you. Again, that's something that I help a lot of people do. That is my preferred platform because that helps a lot of people get streamlined, get started, and you don't have to use somebody. Like, I set people up, I teach you how to use the site, I teach you how to make edits, I teach you how to use the back office, and that way you don't have to go through the growing pains and the learning pains of all the things you didn't know and you got to go back and correct. I help you get started, and I help you go on about your way, and I empower you to, make updates on your own. I'm not one of those people that as soon as I finish your website, now you got to pay me in order to use the thing. That's not it at all. So those two platforms are what I would recommend. Other people use things like Wix, and there's like BigCommerce. There are so many out there. I do not like Wix personally. I feel like Wix is not user friendly, and they just don't have as many apps. They don't have as many things on there that are going to help you actually secure leads, secure clients, secure shoppers, and convert them. Because there's one thing to get a lot of traffic on your site. Anybody with a big following can put a website out there and people will look, but is it set up properly to where people can actually check out and support what you have? Is it credible? Those things do matter. Words matter, pictures matter, navigation matters, the links matter, all of those things matter. And over all of that, search engine optimization, like, that matters as well. Again, some of the things that I talked about earlier, the 3 reasons why you need a website for those of you who joined late, just real quick. Number 1, it makes it easy for your customers to support you. It makes it easy for people to purchase from you. Again, nobody wants to DM you and go back and forth trying to figure out how to purchase from you. Like, if I want to support your business, make it easy for me to spend my money with you. I'm not spending a lot of time figuring out how to spend with you. Like, that's crazy. Okay. Second, it establishes credibility. If you want to work with other brands, you want to work with people, you want people to work with you, you want to be credible, you need to have a website, and it needs to be set up properly. Do not go pitching yourself to businesses or asking for businesses, DMing people, offering your service, and they have nothing to view. Like, how am I supposed to know that you're great at what you do? Like, that's why you need a website. It's for personal branding, even outside of your branding for your brand, like if you're selling a product, but your personal branding does matter as well. Thirdly, it helps you streamline your processes as a business owner. You're not writing handmade labels. You're not sending direct, like typed emails to each individual customer. You can set up templates that automatically go out based on whatever action they have taken on your website. So now I'm going to see if there are any questions. Again, those websites that I recommend if you're doing products, I would look into Shopify for sure. If you're looking to do more service-based type of work, Squarespace is my number one. Again, I can help you with either of those. I can help you get set up, and then you can go on your way. I'll make sure you have everything that you need in order to get started. And I know how to make money, just to be real with you. Like, everybody that I've worked with so far, everybody is making money. So there's more to it than just throwing up a website and keeping it moving. You have to be strategic, you have to have a plan, and you really, I'm not saying you can't research and figure things out on your own, but hiring a professional is the way to go if you don't have a lot of time or you're new to this. Like, it's second nature to me because I've been doing it for so long, right? But for somebody new, it may be a pain point for them, and you may spend a lot of time and money when you don't have to. Hire a professional, get it done. I'm gonna teach you how to use everything, teach you how to market yourself, how to have a strategic plan and process in place so that you can make money. Okay, so now I'm gonna see if there are questions for real this time. And thanks everybody for joining. Y'all made my night. Okay. Thank you, Danielle, my girl, my coworker, who is on here helping me get people in here. I appreciate you. Okay, what's the best way for a small business to get in the first few results on Google? So again, that takes time. Like, you're not gonna create a website today and then automatically you're in the first place on Google. That takes time. You definitely have to make sure your search engine optimization is in point, making sure you have the proper keywords, you have proper navigation on there, and that everything is set up properly. Again, if you want to learn more about search engine optimization, maybe one day I'll do a class on that, or talk through that. It's just so many layers to it. It's so much to consider. But you definitely want to look at moz.com, moz.com, or just Google SEO, and it'll all come up, and just best practices and things you need to do in order to improve your site's performance. And if you improve your SEO, you will also improve your customer experience. You will get more conversions. It just works hand in hand. Okay, so that's why also working with a professional is good for you, because when I'm creating a website, I'm not just putting something together and giving it to people. I'm thinking about search engine optimization. I'm thinking about how can this site help you to get conversions? How can this site help you to make money, which is the ultimate goal, right? Okay. Hey y'all, I'm trying to wave at everybody. If I don't wave, I just, I can't, but I appreciate everybody for jumping on. Let me see, any questions? Thank you again, Danielle. Hey y'all, any questions? Drop me some questions. Let me help anybody that needs some help. What would be the second best website besides Shopify? I struggle with it. I mean, a lot of people use, like, my very first website was on Big Cartel. It's okay, but again, I would truly recommend Shopify. If you are having trouble with it, hire a professional. Maybe you want to learn how to do it. I also work in that way, because sometimes some people really want to be hands-on. So you can hire me to create a website for you, or you can hire me to help you to redesign or teach you how to use the one you have, and I can audit it and make sure you have everything on it that you need to be successful. But Shopify really does have a great help center. You just got to read through those articles. You can call them. I advocate for them. I wish they were paying me. I wish I was getting a little sponsorship money or something like that. One day come soon, but I'm just telling you what's real. Like that's my preference. Yeah, how do you mix service and product? So with services and product, it needs to be related things. Like, you don't need, if you sell fitness apparel. Okay, let me take that back. You're a trainer, and a training is a service. Okay, being a personal trainer is a service, right? So if a trainer comes about and now they're selling fitness apparel or fitness equipment, or those are products, right? So now on the website I have all of my services listed, and then also my products on here that support my service. And 9 times out of 10, if you have a following or people are buying into your service, they will support the products. And I think it's just smart anyway, right? I don't feel like you should have one stream of income or one way to make money off your website either. Just using myself for an example. my business is a service-based business. There are services listed on there, but then I also have digital guides on there. That's passive money. I wake up, maybe somebody has bought a few of them over in the night, right? You know, you want to definitely have some products and service, have a good mix, but they need to be related, that it needs to make sense. Like, if you a fitness trainer, don't go trying to sell wine glasses. Like, that don't make sense. It does not match. So I think you can couple them together as long as they complement each other. And if you have two separate brands that you're trying to market, then you might need two separate websites. Hope that answered your question. Drop me questions. I'm answering questions. Let's see here. Hey y'all, Miles.com. Thank you, Danielle, for dropping it in there. When you create the website, do you create the verbiage? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I will ask you how I work. I may, send you some questions and ask you to answer some questions for me, because ultimately it's your brand. And I really do, treat everything that I do more like a partnership, because if you're not buying into it, nobody else will. If you're not committed to it, nobody else will be. So it's like you can hire somebody, but the last thing you need is somebody handing you everything and then being like, here, go. No, we're going to work. We're going to have strategy sessions if you want. Some people aren't that interested in, depending on the business, maybe they don't want the strategy sessions. But when you're working with me, like, I give free strategy sessions so we can talk about an actual strategic plan in order for your business or your website to be successful. You don't just say, hey world, here's a website, come shop with me. It makes it easier for people to shop with you, but it don't work like that, okay? It takes a lot of other steps in there, but long story short, I went all the way around the world to answer your question. I do create the verbiage, but it's in collaboration with you. So I may say, I want to do an about page, so I may ask you to give me some verbiage about, like, why you got started, why are you interested? Because I'm all about storytelling. Like, I want to help people understand who you are, because, again, people buy a product, but they're really buying into you. They're buying into your brand. If you look on my Instagram page, DIGI Marketing Maven, that's the business page, you will see like where I've done a couple posts on Gucci and Tiffany, and like how they have these ridiculously priced things that I would never pay for, because I just don't do that, okay? But they have them on there, and people are buying them because of the brand. Like, why in the world would a woman, anybody that has worn stockings, we know how to ruin them, we know how to distress them, as they call. People not buying them because of the distressed look. They're buying them because it's a Gucci distressed look. So it's all about your brand. So if you build your brand properly, you set yourself up right, then people they're more so going to support the brand support you more so than the brand, because I can go buy a sweatshirt, I can go buy anything that I'm looking for really from Amazon or anywhere. So how can you set yourself apart from Amazon and even be ahead of them? Because you get the personal touch. You buying into who I am and my mission versus just some random person you don't know that well. Does that make sense? I hope I answered your question. Any other questions? Do you do content management for the website and social media channels too, or is that a separate person I need to hit? So how everything and how I work is very much custom. Like, we'll do the consultation and I'll learn what you need, what your goals are, and then I'll make recommendations on the things that you need. And then if it's something I don't personally do, I will connect you with someone. As far as social media content and management, I kind of do a little bit of that. I've been talking with people, trying to find people to collaborate, people to actually hire and pay. So if you know someone who is interested in digital marketing, send them my way, because I am looking for people to hire as I try to take on my clients and get ready to expand next year. So I have people that I work with in the background that help me with things, such as like the copywriting and the verbiage. Like, I may do a first few drafts and then I have a copywriter that I send it to, and they proof it for me. So everything is, triple checked. But yeah, any other questions, y'all? Any other questions? I've been on 36 minutes. I can't believe I've been running my mouth like that. Hey y'all, hey everybody. I'm trying to wave at everybody. I appreciate you guys for joining. It means so much to me as I'm trying to grow my business and figure out where I stand, because I know how I do what I do is different from a lot of people. People are often surprised at how affordable my rates are, because this really is not a money grab for me. This really is about me helping to empower other businesses. I'm taking classes so I can share the knowledge. I'm learning all about like getting certified through the government right now, and how to get grants and things like that, so that I can be better for my clients, so I can be better for y'all. And I promise you, I do have to charge for my services, because ain't nothing free, in life. We all have to make our money, but I definitely will never, make it to where it's so unaffordable where I can't help people that want to get started and, want to have a business get started. I know a lot of people, they just never start because they need help, and then there's nobody to help them, because you got somebody brand new starting out and you expect them to make a $4,000 investment. That's crazy. I understand. I haven't always had it to move like that, so I'm definitely always trying to keep everything and reachable so that I can help everybody, and so we can make this money together. Okay. So real quick, I will run over everything that I went over today. Again, I have this link in my bio. This is my go-to manual. If you have questions about marketing, you have questions, and this ain't your profession, you didn't go to school for this book will help you get there. Okay. I even help, as I'm coaching my clients, these are the methods that I use. Okay. If I ever, because my retirement plan is to be a professor. Like, I would love to teach college classes, and I always say maybe I'll come across something better, but this will be the book that I will be teaching out of. Okay. Again, top 3 reasons why you need a website. Make it easy for your customers to support you. Nobody want to DM you. I'm not emailing you to spend my money with you. I just want to be able to go to your website and check out. Number 2, it establishes credibility. People understand what you're selling, who you are, and you look like a legitimate business, okay? Number 3, it helps you as a business owner to streamline your processes. You want people, you want to make it easy for yourself, but you also want to provide good customer service. So having a website helps you to do both of those things, right? Some things, I'll go very briefly through the things that I recommend, as far as taking a second look at it, thinking about, for your website, for performance, for search engine optimization. Visit Moz.com. That will help you learn SEO best practices, learn what SEO is, search engine optimization. If you don't know what it is, you definitely need to go. Right after you get off of this, don't scroll. Go to Moz.com, okay? So you can learn what SEO is, okay? And then make sure you have proper navigation. People can get to whatever they're interested in very quickly. Make sure you don't have broken links on your website. When I click on something, it shouldn't take me to a 404 error page. It should take me to exactly what I clicked on. That's important. Thirdly, make sure you have great calls to actions. Direct people what to do. Buy now, book now, sign up. Those are calls to action. Those are some examples. If you don't know what a call to action is, Google that as well. Make sure you have clear images. Invest in good photography. Invest in a good headshot. Invest in good product imagery. We don't want to look thrown together, because that hurts your credibility. So make sure you have good photography on there. Make sure your policies, your shipping policy, your privacy policy, refund policy, all of those things are clearly listed on your website, okay? Customer reviews. If you can, you definitely want to social proof your website by having customer reviews. Not only can you use it on the website, but also on your social media and in your content marketing as well, because people want to work with other people that they know other people trust and that have gotten their product, gotten their service. Anytime you're working with someone new, it's always that question of, will I get my product? Will they deliver? Will they do what they say they do? So having good reviews, that helps, okay? Make sure your website is mobile optimized. When I go from a desktop to a cell phone, because honestly, people use a cell phone a lot more than they use a desktop when they're shopping, right? So make sure your website is mobilely optimized. I shouldn't have to be doing this, trying to pinch and figure out. Nobody want to do that, okay? That goes back to making it easier for people to support you. Make sure it's mobile friendly, okay? Also, make sure your services and products are clearly listed and you have built value into each of them. Make sure people understand clearly what they're getting and what you're offering, okay? That's it. So the two platforms that I love and work with the most will be Squarespace or Shopify. I can help you set up either of those and teach you how to use them. I don't set you up to where now you got to rely on me to make every little update. I empower you so that you know how to use the website and you know how to manage it yourself if that's what you want. Some people don't want that. I do have a couple of clients who refuse to learn how to use their website, so they pay me to keep it up for them. I offer that service too. Like I said, everything is custom. I don't have a one size fits all. I really do judge what I'm offering you or what I'm like, what the overall service offering is based on your situation. It's not cookie cutter. I don't have a one size fits all. That's why the consultations are important. And with my consultation, you do walk away with tangible things that you can implement or work on yourself, whether you decide to work with me or not. Again, my ultimate goal is to help empower small businesses, okay? Lastly, Moz.com. Visit Moz in order to learn more about search engine optimization. And this is my go-to book for all things marketing. I appreciate everybody for jumping on. I'm going to wave at the last few people. Thank you, guys. Visit my website if you have any questions. You can contact me directly through there. Again, see how my process is streamlined? You can email me directly from the site. Okay? So, thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Love y'all. Be safe. Be blessed.